Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Anchor gives you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or computer. Creation tools allows you to record and edit your broadcast so it sounds great. And they even distribute your broadcast for you so that it can be heard everywhere. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. So make sure you download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
I hope everyone had a great 3-day weekend. Welcome to Future Educators Talk with Damien and Darren. I am your co-host, Damien Anderson.
And I'm Darren.
And today we are going to be talking about lots of new, interesting things today.
So, what are the interesting things that are new?
Well, first, we are going to talk about teachers sitting with their students during lunch. So, how about it, Mr. Fred? Why? What do you think about this?
I think that teachers should sit with their students during lunch, not every day, to see what's going on outside of school, like to see if they have a match or something that the students, want to see their teacher cheer them on at a sporting event.
Yes, totally agree with you. Trying to build that bond between both of you. I would definitely do this with my students. Instead of eating with them in the cafeteria, I would arrange like a small group in my classroom, maybe like once a week or so, because I will be teaching teenagers now. So that would be, that would be kind of a little different. So I don't know. We'll see how that will work.
I totally agree. I probably won't mind 3 to 5 students eating in my classroom, but however, I will make sure they clean up their mess because I don't want a dirty classroom.
Exactly. We have a question of the day for all the teachers that are listening right now, and that is, what is your opinion on sitting with students during lunch? Please let us know using the hashtag Future Educators Talk on our Instagram and Twitter page, and also on our YouTube channel. I will get that up for you guys, and we will hopefully discuss it in our next week episode.
Yep. All right. Let's move on to the next topic, which is music to play while the students are doing their work.
Yes.
Take it away, Mr. Anderson.
All right. I think playing music for students will help them beat off some stress and anxiety, and this will also improve their focus area on staying on task and getting them motivated. So,
yep. There are some students that is out there prefer listen to their own music while they're doing their work because it helps them, like you said again, helps them focus and getting the work done faster. So I totally agree with that. So for my classroom, I would probably play some smooth jazz or something that my students and I like. Now, yeah.
I, on the other hand, I would choose something like very calming and something very relaxing in my classroom.
Yeah. Now, it's a privilege for the students, because if they're misbehaving, then I won't play music until they are behaving. So it's kind of like a privilege. Kind of like the same thing with eating lunch in my classroom. If they don't clean up their mess, they won't be able to eat in my classroom. That's the same thing with playing music in the classroom. If they're acting up while I'm gone, then they won't be able to play music. Now, they do uh, behaving while I'm gone, then they'll be able to play music either while I'm gone or while I'm here. So
right, absolutely.
So I have a question for all the teachers that are listening right now. What type of music do you play while your students are working on assignments? Please let us know by using the hashtag Future Educators Talk on Twitter and on Instagram.
Yes, please let us know. We would greatly appreciate it so much.
Also, if you want to be a guest on a podcast, please let us know on our personal social medias and also on Future Educators Talk on Twitter if you want to be part of this podcast.
Yes, absolutely. We will love to have you as our guest on our podcast.
All right. Our next topic is different types of teaching. Like many teachers, they use either fill in the blank notes or use videos or hands on. So, what are your thoughts on this, Mr. Ames?
Well, my thoughts on this is I will be definitely be using hands on in my classroom for sure. This will be great for me in the classroom because this will actively encourage my students to do something in order to learn about it. Like, meaning it's learning by doing. Does that kind of make sense a little bit?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, I totally agree with you. Um, I will probably using fill in the blank notes and using videos to go along with the lesson. There are some students that are out there that are auditory learners, so they learn by listen and also by listening. And there are some out there that are visionary learners. They learn by seeing things. Um, Now, for the ones that are hands on, I will try my very best to incorporate some of that into my lesson because I don't want to left those people out that want to do hands on. I don't want to leave those people out, you know, kind of like a piece of a pie. Like you can't just eat all the pie except one slice. You got to have all of the pie. So, yeah.
Yes, I like that a lot. Um, for me also, I would definitely do fill in the blanks notes for my students sometimes, but I will provide my
Mm-hmm.
students with notes that I will already have printed off for them. So because that would be easier for me in class instead of having all my students write down all the notes because that would take too much of my class time of what I need to do. So when I provide them with notes that I already have printed, that will make my classroom go a little smoother in the day with my lesson plans of what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I would do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So for my classroom, I would probably fill it out as well because you never know when that student is absent or, oh, they lost it, or it's at home. I'll always have that extra copy, just in case that student will come up to me and say, oh, hey, I left it at home or, um, I don't have it. It's missing. I always have a backup. You always got to have a backup to a backup.
Always. All right. So, tell us, what are we going to be talking about on our next week episode?
All right. For next week, we are going to talk about self-care for teachers. Yep. Also, we are going to we're going to talk about rewarding your students that are doing an excellent job. And also, this is a new thing in the education, which is flexible sitting. That is now becoming a big thing in the education field. So we're going to talk about that as well.
Yes. So please tune in on that, because we got some good stuff to talk about on that. So if you haven't already, please make sure to follow us on our social media platforms. On Twitter at Future Ed EDU Talk, on our Instagram page at Future Educators Talk, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Future Educators Talk with Damian and Darren. And make sure to hit that bell to get notified on all new future episodes, and also more exciting things coming up in the near future. Also, make sure to follow me on my social media platforms on Twitter at _ Damian Anderson, and on my Instagram page at D Damian Anderson. That is at DTHE Damian Anderson. So do that.
Yes, make sure to follow him, because he is the one and only. I mean, the one and only Damian Anderson. Yeah. So make sure you follow me as well on my social media platforms as well. On Twitter at Darren and on Instagram at Andrew dot period, Andrew dot or period, however you say it, Fret _ Also, we have a special announcement to announce.
All right. So what is that announcement, Darren?
So, y'all, big things are happening with Future Educators Talk. So we have a virtual meeting with Mr. Harrison. He is a moderator on Black Male Educators Talk on Twitter. Make sure you follow them on Twitter at BME lowercase e Talk on Twitter. They do Twitter chats every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. So we will be talking with him tomorrow afternoon. Yeah. So, yep.
And I am so excited about this meeting as well. And we will also let y'all know how it went, how everything goes and stuff. So, is there anything else that you would like to add, Darren?
Yeah, so make sure you're following us on our social medias, because you never know what is happening. You never know what's happening. Like I said, we will tell you what happened with the meeting. We will tell you what's happening with the meeting, which is tomorrow. So we will make sure you follow us on social media. Make sure, because you will be missing out. No, that is all. So make sure you tune in into next week's episode, which is Monday, September 9th. So make sure you tune in.
Yes, please do. Lots of new topics to talk about.
A lot of them.
Until next time, I am your co-host, Damian Anderson.
And I'm Darren Fret.
And this is Future Educators Talk with Damian and Darren.